Hello, 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 hello. Hi, viewers. Come on in. It is Monday. It is 6 p.m. So you know what that means. It's Green Table Senior Care Talk Show time.
Hello, everyone.
Let's get to our comments. Viewers, say hello in the comments. As we're making sure we're on all platforms, I want you to do something for me. Also, go ahead and share this on your platform. And if you know a caregiver, a family caregiver who is taking care of their loved one, go ahead and tag them in the comments as well. Because we are wanting to talk to all family caregivers on this evening. So tag them in the comments and get them in the room. Are we all shared out? I think I'm shared.
Nope, I'm working on it though.
All right, viewers. And Ishanda is working on getting everything shared out. If you would like this live stream, because listen, we have a mandate. We have a mandate to share this community, to share this platform to everyone all over the world, and we need your help, right? We cannot do it ourselves, so we need you all to share. We need you all to tag anyone that needs to be in this community. And from my point of view, everyone needs to be in this community because this touches every single household. So whether you have been a caregiver, whether you will be a caregiver, or whether you will need a caregiver, this touches every single household. So everyone needs to be in the room. So tag them, share, do all the things because this touches every single household. All right.
We're ready. We're ready.
All right. So again, good evening, everyone. I'm Jessica Wright-Finch.
And I'm Ishanda Blue.
And welcome to the Green Table Senior Care Talk Show, where we share insight, we bring awareness, and we also give support to those individuals who are caregivers, who will be caregivers, or who will need caregivers. You get all the tea here on the Green Table Senior Care Talk Show, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And so how to navigate, and also how to navigate. Navigate senior care, because listen, when individuals come to us and they say, I need help, my loved one need help, where do I start? They know not where to start. And it is not, just one easy step. It's a turn here, it's a turn there, it's a go down. And so it's a lot of things that you have to be aware of prior to getting care and service for your loved one. And so this is the place to be.
Yes.
That you can get all the information you need. So definitely, again, tune in, definitely share this on your platform and tag individuals that you know that this would benefit. So thank you again, viewers. As we always have new viewers coming in, watching the Green Table, can you tell them, Ishanda, a little bit about who we are?
Yes, just a little bit about who we are. We are your senior care experts. We are your number one choice for adult daycare. We are registered nurses. We have been doing this for a combined 40-something years.
Yes.
We started out in nursing homes and started our own business into home and community-based services. That means services that are geared for seniors and disabled adults that are targeted at keeping them in their homes and communities as long as possible. We've done home care, adult daycare, personal care homes, transportation, you name it. We've done the gamut. And yeah, we're here to help you navigate if you need senior care. And so we're your senior care experts.
All right.
Oh, and important information. Yes, we are also a franchise. Our Adult Day, Innovative Adult Day, is a franchise model. So if you're interested in starting your own adult daycare center, let us know and we can help you get started.
All right, you heard it there. You heard it right
Yes,
here.
yes.
So, hello, Miss Thomas. Listen, I see you viewers. I see you all tuning in, watching. Go ahead and drop it in the chat. Hello. Yeah, so we can shout you out. I see Miss Thomas is already in the room. We always have our OGs that come on every single Monday, 6 p.m. like clockwork. Thank you all. We appreciate the support that you all give us. And so listen, tonight's topic is a hot topic. And in the home community-based service line, and we're going to be talking about structured family caregiving. And so a lot of people calling, a lot of people talking. This is like a buzzword in the home and community-based community. And so people are like, how can we get this service? What do we do? Where do we go? And so tonight we're going to be talking about structured family caregiving. Excuse me.
That's right. I am still trying to get this on my page. I cannot get it there.
So while she's doing it, I love to talk about statistics. I think, statistics are the facts. And so the facts are that an average, about 63 million Americans provide ongoing care to adult loved ones or children with complex medical conditions. 63 million Americans. So this is touching a lot of households. This will touch every single household, and so this is why we're talking about it on this evening. Another alarming statistic is that the average caregiving time, the amount of time an individual family member is using to take care of a loved one is about 27 hours a week. So about 24% of caregivers provide over 40 or more hours a week. 24%. So we know this is a real topic. This is a real thing that is going on, and we want to shine a light on it today. And so let's just jump in. Ishonda, tell the viewers, what is structured family caregiving?
So structured family caregiving is a program that came into place. It really came into place during COVID because the caregivers couldn't get there. They were sick, and family members was really resulting to having to take care of their family members because but due to COVID, people couldn't come in the home or couldn't get to the home. And so that was something that the state of Georgia put in place. Other states have it too, and it may be called different names, but essentially it's a program, it's a Medicaid funded program that pays family members to take care of their senior or disabled loved one. They were probably already doing it. Now it's a lot of stipulations to it.
We'll jump into those.
Yes, and we're going to talk about that. Let me tell you, like I said, it's been in effect ever since 2020, 2021. It really took on fire over the last couple of years. I know that the state right now is seriously looking at the program to make sure there's no fraud and that people are really following the protocols for utilizing the program. So they put a moratorium in place. So no new providers can come into this space as they take time to start investigating. So anyway, that's not to scare anybody off. That's just saying we need to do it the right way. And so that is why we're here tonight. We want to talk about it. We've talked about this before, but it still seems to be some questions in the communities about, is this real? Who benefits from it? Who actually can receive it? So we want to dig into that tonight because this is a benefit for family caregivers who are actually doing this. And so let's talk about it.
Right. So because we have, again, like you said, a lot of people calling, asking about it. So who is eligible? I guess that is the number one question. Who's eligible to be a qualified family caregiver under structured family caregiving services?
Well, first let's talk about who can receive it. So if you're on one of those, if you're already on a qualifying Medicaid waiver such as Source or CCSP, I think they call them the EDWP waivers. It's a special Medicaid waiver. If you're already on those programs, a good hint that you're already on the program, you may have a caregiver coming in the home. You may be getting Meals on Wheels. You may have one of those alert bracelets or necklaces. Any of those things is a telltale sign that you probably are already on this Medicaid waiver.
Adult day services.
Adult day services. And again, if you're not on the waiver, that's okay too. We can help you get on the waiver, get on those waivers. But it's for seniors and it's for disabled adults and it's for those people who are at risk for being placed in the nursing home. Some main qualifiers to get on that waiver. You're usually low income. Usually all you have is your SSI. You have 2 or more needs of ADL needs for support, such as bathing or getting dressed or cooking, going to the bathroom, things of that nature. Yes, these are people who qualify to actually to receive the benefits of structured family caregiving. So that's number one.
All right.
Anything you want to add? Anything you want to add to that?
No.
Okay.
That is it. It's straightforward. So it's a financial requirement, and you have to have at least a need for 2 or more ADL care and at risk for nursing home placement. So if you know someone that fits those bills, they may qualify for the EDWP waiver and then could get on structured family caregiving.
Yes, and we'll circle back because I want to talk about what if you're already receiving some type of service, but not structured family caregiving, but some type of service, and you may want to change over. We can talk about that. We'll circle back to that. But Jessica's question was, well, who can be a structured family caregiver? And I guess probably another way to look at it is saying who can't be one. Well, first of all, if you have a loved one that's a senior or a disabled adult, and again, they got to get on the Medicaid waiver if they're not already on it. If you have a parent, right? You have a mother or a father who needs care, an uncle or aunt, any family member by blood.
So it must be a biological or by marriage related, daughter, son, grandchild, son, daughter-in-law, spouses, and legal guardians are not eligible to be paid caregivers under the structured family caregiving.
So we're going to come back to who's not eligible, but basically if you're related by blood or marriage, number one, you qualify. Now, except
spouse,
no spouse,
or legal guardians are not eligible to be paid under this program.
What about parents?
Now, that may be true.
I think that is true too. So, yes.
Well, I think it's a stipulation because if the individual is an older individual, then that parent can take care of them, can be a paid caregiver, because we actually have individuals who are, they're not minors, they're over the age of 18, they are disabled individuals, and yes.
Okay.
So it is some stipulations.
While you talk about that, let me do a little more research on that. Wow, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the state reg on that.
We're gonna pull up the regulations.
Yes. We want to be clear. I want to make sure everybody know, but we do know, again, if you are
the parents the legal guardians? That was a question we had. So we're going to look that up, but some other stipulations as Shonda go to the rules and regulations for the state of Georgia. You must be at least 18 years of age. You must pass the criminal background check. And this is very important. You must live in the home with the individual you're taking care of. And you cannot have a job. You cannot work on a business. So make sure we get this clear, because a lot of people call, they're still working, and like, how can I be my family caregiver? Well, if you have a job, you have a business, you do not qualify. If you do not live in the home, you do not qualify. So those are some major stipulations that a lot of people don't realize, that I want to make sure we stress on tonight.
Yes. Okay.
So what do the, as Shana look up that, I want to talk about what the caregiver must do, right? Because what we have seen and why there is a lot of shakiness around structured family caregiving is because we see that the individuals are not being well taken care of. And so we want to make sure that when you, the family caregiver, they must complete a required training. So they must have a minimum annual training hours that are required. They must be CPR first aid certified, and they must go through this training of hours and services to make sure they are properly trained on how to take care of their loved one. They must follow a care plan. So you will have a care coach or a case coordinator that will come in, that will check in with you every month, make sure you are following the plan of care that has been directed for your loved one. They'll make sure that, you know, any resources, other resources that you may need as a caregiver, that you have those support, like if you need respite, in-home respite, out-of-home respite, you need oh my God, I went blank. Wheelchairs, any kind of equipment, any kind of equipment you may need to better take care of your loved one. So they'll come out and they'll ask you these questions. They'll assess the home, they'll assess the client, and make sure that you're able to take care of your loved one efficient and effectively. And so again, you must, one thing that I see is you got to be able to document every single day on the care you provide on your loved one. So you have to have a tablet, a phone, some way to be able to document, because that is a requirement to show that you have done the necessary, follow the plan of care for that individual each day. So you got to have a way to document. Again, you must live in the home, must be at least 18 years or older. You cannot work, you cannot own a business. You have to be blood related, relative, or by marriage. So these are some key things. Make sure that you are aware of to be eligible to be the caregiver under the structured family caregiving service line. So
now this is I found my notes from the last state meeting that we attended, and one of the things they said, a caregiver enrolled in school, raising minors, receiving Social Security disability benefits, engaging in extensive personal hobbies. That's interesting. Will be reviewed and could disqualify participations for that caregiver.
Did you all get that?
Yes.
All right. So they are putting a lot of more policies around this service line, because we want to make sure that, again, the individuals are being taken care of, that the loved ones are following the protocol, the process, the policies, and the procedures to ensure that there's no fraud, that, again, these individuals are being taken care of, because that's what we see.
We got a question for from Melanie. We're going to come back to you in a mail. Give me a second. It says they have the, this is actually talking about the person that that's benefiting from the family caregiver. They too must be 21 years of age. They must be on that Medicaid waiver. This is interesting too. They must require 5 hours of daily personal care services, such as those that are provided in a nursing home. 5 hours. So if you have a family member and they only need 1 or 2 hours or just need checking in on, no, this person requires 5 hours of personal care services per day. I want to make sure people understand that. Let's see what else is important on here. You already talked about they must live with the family member who provides the care. And I don't know if I heard you say they had to have a fingerprint background check. Did you mention that?
I did not. That is also required. I think I did say a background check, but yes, fingerprinting, background check must be done. It must be clear, no felonies on your background check. It will be allowed.
Let's see, anything else in my notes that's
now also for the family caregiver, they can have up to 2 individuals that they can care for at one time. So if you had a grandmother and a grandfather that both were on the waiver program and needed a minimum of 5 hours of care a day, you could be that caregiver for both of them and get paid as their family caregiver. So that is also a tidbit. I do want to make sure we talk about the built-in respite that comes along with structured family caregiving. Is it anything else you wanted to?
Well, first of all, it's a daily stipend. Yeah, so you get paid a daily stipend, and most providers pay that out weekly. It must be at least 60% of the per diem from Medicaid reimbursement. That's just a side note. So again, there are different providers out there. We're a provider. There are different providers out there. It's a lot of providers out there. Let me just say this. So usually anyone, we do adult day. Usually anybody that does home care sometimes are able to is a qualified provider. But anyway, all providers don't reimburse the same. So you want to ask that question, what's the reimbursement rate? So just know any provider must be reimbursing at least 60% of that per diem. So that's just something to know as well. What was your other question, Jessica?
I was going to talk about the built-in respite that comes along with structured family caregiving, because if you know, structured family caregiving is 24/7. It is so if your individual needs that more than 5 hours of care minimum a day, that's a lot of care, and that's not days off, nights off, weekends off. It's 24/7, 365, and so you need respite. And so what is good about structured family caregiving is they built in respite care, because they know you need support, you need relief when taking care of your loved one. And so there are two respites that are built in. That is the adult day, where you can send your loved one twice a week to adult day for respite, for engagement, and to be with others, to go out and get a change in environment. But that is built-in respite that you can get twice a week. It does not affect your pay in any way. So you can have those days where you can go and do things that you need to do as a caregiver to keep yourself up, going, and have that release. So adult daycare is a built-in resource. Also, you have out of home respite. So let's say you need to go on vacation, or you just need a few days to gather yourself and just take care of what you need to. You can get out of home respite. I think it's built in. I don't want to misquote, but at least 100 days built in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a year for out of home respite. Now, what is the kicker is trying to find a location that provides out of home care respite, because we've done an interview with a structured family caregiver, and that was his issue, was finding out of home respite. That is something that your case management, your family coordinator with structured family caregiver can help you seek out and find. So those are two things that are built in home and out of home respite that you have built in within this program.
Okay. Okay. Now you talked about respite, right? Is a benefit. Another, of course, we know the stipend being paid weekly is a benefit. A third benefit that most people don't realize is you get a care coach. So, of course, the provider has to, number one, give you some initial training. So, initial 8-hour training. You have to be CPR first aid certified. You're becoming a better caregiver just by that alone. And then you also have access to a care coach who is also going to be checking in on you every so often.
Right.
You can ask questions. You can call your care coach if you have questions about care or anything going on with your loved one. So that is also a big benefit to you. So you're not out there doing it by yourself. You don't have to feel like you're alone. These are some benefits of structured family caregiving. Now, one of the things I want to talk about too is kind of like why we're kind of, because a lot of times when you see people advertise about structure, all you see is get paid. Get paid to be a family caregiver. Get paid. I see signs everywhere. You don't even see the name of the company. You just see a sign that say get paid to be a family caregiver and call, which is fine. That's their marketing. But we want to make sure people understand, like I told you, this is something that the state is really looking into to make sure that people are being compliant, because they say it's a lot of fraud out there. That means that you are receiving Medicaid funding and you're not following the guidelines. So that's why we want to make sure you guys are aware of those guidelines about who qualifies, that you're living in the home, that you don't have a job, you're not working and running a business, like you're actually taking care of that person. So we just wanted to definitely stress that tonight as well. Yes, it is a great benefit. If you qualify, please use it. If you need the service, you can contact us. We can help you get started. If you are not already on that Medicaid waiver, it is a process. It's not our fault. It's not us. Please don't say innovative takes so long. It's not us. It's actually the Medicaid waiver through the state is a process, and we actually go through another vendor for that, a case management agency, and it's not them, because they're trying to get through the state, and that can take 90 days, right? I've seen it take anywhere from 30 to 90 days and maybe a little longer. So that is a process in itself if you're not already on that Medicaid waiver. But again, another reason why we're stressing this today, not just you're getting that stipend, we want you to know the other two benefits, like Jessica mentioned, adult day, respite, you get respite in home and out of home, and also you get the care coach. But again, you want to be in compliance, because what's going to happen is now they're doing audits. And as they're auditing, they're checking to make sure these things are in line. And if a provider or a family caregiver found to not be in compliance, they're going to want their money back. Somebody got to cough up somebody. So, or other things may be, other legal, implications there, because this is Medicaid funding. Medicaid funding is nothing to play with. Okay, that's no play. That's not a play area. So we want to stress that so people are aware of that. You can be knowledgeable about it. You can ask some questions, right? You now can ask some questions. You know a little bit more about some of those areas. Oh, there's documentation. You have to document. You have to provide a daily care note. Most providers will have some type of system, some type of way. They may just do the paper documentation, but they will have some type of way where you're able to record or document the ADL care that you're doing on a daily basis. I think that the RN and a case management has to come out every 6 months, make a visit. They too are checking to make sure everything is in line. So that's my cup of tea on tonight. That's what I wanted to stress.
Well, I want to wrap up with if you know someone or you may be interested yourself in applying for structured family caregiving, I have the link here in the chat where you can click that link and we can help you through the process. So if you don't know whether your loved one is on the waiver, has Medicaid, will be approved, we can walk you through that process. We can walk you through signing up, getting on the waiting list, and getting approved, and then to receive service. So we can take you through that process. We'll keep you updated because, again, like Ishana said, it can take a minimum of 90 days. So we will do the back work and we'll go and we'll call that agency and see where you are on the waiting list. If there's something else that is missing, that is needed to complete your application process, we'll keep you updated. So if you know someone who is looking, who needs to get on the service, who's looking for something like this, please share that link with them and we can walk you through the process. Okay? Are there any other questions? Please drop them in the chat. And as you drop them, please know that we are monitoring the chat, and so we'll definitely answer your questions. Reach out to us, DM us, call us 866-409-0582, and we'll help you walk through this process.
So I think Mel had a question. She said, "Are the parents the legal guardian?" And yes, they are. What did you say about legal guardians? I can't remember. But yes, parents
legal guardians. It was spouses and legal guardians are not eligible to be paid caregivers under SFC. And so, but if they're under another waiver, the legal guardian can be that caregiver for them, that paid caregiver.
Like the intellectual disability waivers. I know they
will allow them.
Yes, they do allow. So that is something to look into as well. I did want to mention one thing. There is a program out there. If a family member does work, right? If they are working and they want to be the paid caregiver too, you can ask about that. That's a separate program, I think it is, and I think you can ask about that too, definitely from your home care providers to see if there's something that they offer.
Well, I think you can be the hired caregiver, so you won't have all the restrictions of, like I said, not working, not being able to work another job, not having to live in the same home. So if you don't want to follow in all those requirements, there is another program where you can be hired to be the caregiver and not be under structure. So yes.
And I just want to say, if you decide to be the structured family caregiver, you got to take care of them. I mean, again, you just heard me say these are people that require 5 hours of care a day. They most likely can't do their bath on their own. They most likely can't get dressed on their own. They can't get to the restroom, can't get cleaned up on their own. So, just want you to kind of understand what it is. Like it is, now, again, there's a lot of family caregivers out there that's already doing this, but for the new ones, just understanding that, yes, it's a nice benefit to get paid for it, but it is some work that's going to be required with it.
Yeah.
So again, we're here to help.
All right. You heard it right here on the Green Table Senior Care Talk Show. So if you need any help, you know anyone that may need any help getting on structured family caregiving, please point them our way. Again, thank you for tuning in, and we will see you right back here next Monday at 6 p.m.
Yes.
All right.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.